Couple more things I want to talk about with the time before we look at how do I submit my entire timesheet to my supervisor. If you come to your homepage and you see by your clocks that you have some missing times, and it'll say timesheet errors. What you're going to do is you're going to click on that. So it's a blue hyperlink, so you can click on it. You can see that mine is currently telling me that I have 2 missing punches. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to bring them up. You can correct them right here on this one viewing screen. You can also view your timesheet, so you can click on this and it'll bring up the entire timesheet. But if I know that that's wrong and I know that I did clock out that day and it was 5 o'clock, I can put this in here and I can send this over to my supervisor by just correcting it right here. Now, so on this one, I forgot to clock in. So it'll be in blue hyperlink where you can change it. And do watch your PM and watch your AM. That way you can see the difference there. So you want to make sure that it's right. It's either AM or it's PM. So make sure you're watching that. And if it's got blue hyperlink, you can change it right here. You wouldn't have to do that individual time change request. Once you hit submit, what that does is that goes over to your supervisor to approve. It will go just like it would if you did the individual time change request. It would go over there the same way, no different. But I'm going to hit submit, and that's going to tell me that submit was sent to my supervisor, and now my supervisor will have that to review and approve. Another thing I want to show you with your time is just so you can see your overall time. So view my timesheet, that lets me see my overall time. We know we've talked about coming here. We can do our change request if we need to, if our clock in and out was wrong. We also can clock in and out from this page as well. We can see that we have our mileage here, that we could add miles if needed to by just clicking the miles. But you do have also this calculated detail. So if you click on this calculated detail tab, that's going to open up your summary. So you can click down, you can see your days here, and you can go down here and you can see your summary. So for me, it starts on the 21st because that's when I started doing my clock in and outs. But you can see here everything that is in detail of everything you've done. So long lunch on this day, it says I took, it says I was early out. So, you'd want to look at these things here that were showing up as outstanding items, I would say, like early out, long lunch. Look at them and make sure they're correct because it breaks it down. You can see your raw clock in and out. So that's what you physically clocked in and out, and then you can see what the system CBIZ calculated it for the clocking in and out. And it did round it based on some rounding times in there. It does round it. So for instance, 8 to 11:39, the system rounded to 8 to 11:45. So that's where you can see all of your data at a quick glance. You can click on any of the blue hyperlinks here. So like if I just wanted to see this May 21st and I can click on that, it's going to take me back to my time entry page and it will take me right to where that May the 21st is, and I can see there my overall. If I have a message in there that I entered, it's going to let me see what I entered in there. And so for me, my internet was down that day, so I put a message in there. That way my supervisor would know why I needed the adjustment. So it's going to let you see everything. Again, it's also on the screen going to show you if your time punches are wrong. So early out, long lunch, you're going to be able to see that as well because it knows what you're supposed to be working Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So this is a way that you can also view and clean up if you need to things that you might have missed, like you might have missed a punch out, or you could have punched in, clock in, whatever you want to call it, at a time that wasn't accurate for you. So this is where you can do your change request as well if you need to update a time. And again, you have many options for your time updating. Those are just a few extra things I wanted to kind of show you at time. And the next thing we're going to look at is how to submit my entire time card. Timesheet, whatever you want to call it, over to my supervisor. The next thing we're going to look at is how do I submit my timesheet to my supervisor. So basically, how do I submit my time card? How do I submit my entire time and my time off and my changes, all of that to my supervisor at the end of my pay period? So remember, I am submitting time change requests when needed. I'm submitting PTOs when needed, but I need to submit the entire timesheet to my supervisor. So I need to say, I'm done and I'm ready to send this on for payroll. So how do I do that? That's what we're going to talk about today. So the first thing you're going to do is find your timesheet. So for me, I'm just going to go right here to my clock and I'm going to click on my timesheet, and then you will have your time pop up. You'll want to review your time and make sure everything's correct. And if once you do and everything is accurate and everything is how you want it to be and there's no time change request that needs to happen or no PTOs that need to be added, you're going to push submit in the right hand corner. It's going to give you a notification that says once timesheet is submitted for approval, any further modifications would not be allowed. Do you want to continue? Okay, so be sure at this point you are ready to submit your timesheet to your employer. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put a comment, whatever that comment may be, timesheet complete, submitting timesheet, and you can add a date. You can just add your comment there. And then you're going to push submit. After you submit that timesheet over to your supervisor, they're going to get it in their notifications and they can review it and they're going to approve it. Now, if there's any problems, they're going to get immediate notification that there was problems, like time problems. Maybe you forgot to clock out one day, and they're going to coordinate with you, and you guys are going to have to fix that. So basically, though, I want to show you what that looks like. Since I submitted my time, now it's all locked down. My clocks are grayed out. Everything for that time period that I submitted is all locked down. So my clock in, out buttons are disabled because the timesheet is already submitted, approved. So I can't do anything with this right here. It's all grayed out. For some reason, you submit your timesheet and you didn't mean to. You need to contact your support. As a supervisor, you will get the employees' timesheets to approve. It's going to come to your notifications. So if you're on the mobile app, you'll get a notification. If you're on the back office, you'll see it in your notifications. So that it's going to be up here in your right-hand corner. And then you have my to-do list. So you'll go to my to-do list to approve the timesheets. It's going to pop up and you'll be able to see the timesheet. You'll want to look at it. You'll want to open the timesheet. You'll want to look at it and make sure it's accurate, make sure everything is correct for that employee. You also have the ability to see a quick workflow view of how that was started. So when did they create it? Come to me to reject or approve. And then once you approve it, you'll have an ending point. So you can view the comments. So you can see what your employee put in there. So for this one, it's telling me that Miss Lexi put in there that she's going to be completing this on 5:30, and she did. So 5:30 was her completion time. And then you want to approve it or reject it. Okay, so either way, if you're going to approve it or you're going to reject it, you're going to put a comment in there. And it's going to give you any kind of problems that come up. So anytime there's problems with the time card, it's going to give you this oh no alert. So for this one, you can see that we have incomplete time. So it's going to tell me right away, this time card cannot be approved. There is incomplete times on there. So I need to go back and I need to open up the timesheet and I need to investigate and then get with the employee and we need to correct these times. We have multiple days here that are incomplete, probably because we didn't clock in and out like we were supposed to. And that does look like what it looks like every single entry. We clocked in at 8, there's no out. We clocked in at 8, there's no out. There's no out. So you want to make sure that you're reviewing that and we're getting with the employees and we're getting that corrected. So just some key things about submitting your time. So when I go to submit my time, the pay periods will be aligned to my pay periods. So again, I can't stress this enough. We're not going to push submit to our supervisors until we're completely done with our timesheet. Now, if for some reason you forget to submit, just know that the actual timesheets will automatically submit to your supervisor within 3 days. If I am a supervisor approving my employee's time and I see that corrections need to occur, you have to remember that the employee's time card is locked down. You will have to coordinate with the employee to get that update and that correction made, but you will have the ability as a supervisor to assist and make those corrections. You may end up having to reach out to payroll to open something up for you, but you will be able to assist your employee. That completes our session on approving the entire timesheet and submitting the entire timesheet. So again, you can see that whenever you submit the entire timesheet as an employee, it locks up your clocks. So you don't want to submit your entire timesheet until it's the end of that pay period and you're ready to submit it for your supervisor to approve. However, you do want to save after your entries, but don't push submit the entire timesheet until you're 100% done and you're not going to make any more changes because it does lock it down as we saw in the video. Thank you guys so much for joining and reach out if you have any questions whatsoever.